Hello, my name is James Tai. Let me go to my first slide first. Okay, great. So I want to start it with a little story about myself, very selfishly. Um, I started as an industrial designer when I was in 2005, and I started landing in this city, San Francisco, starting doing my dream job, focusing on hardware industrial design. So what I do is focusing on mouse, keyboard, just something really, really cool, something I want to be able to do when I pursue my career. And one thing throughout this journey, I learned something really, really hard on the design is not oftentimes when you have the really beautiful design will always be in production. There's one example. There's one product I actually designed back in 2006 that I have this really seamless design and looking into no openings on the connectors. And in the end of the day, that in 2008, when the product released, it's nothing like what I was imagined. So what changed in between? What did I miss? Then what I realized what's actually missing was the seamless communication between design and also engineering. And that was something that's missing. And eventually, this very pain point that I have leads me eventually to this company, Nytec. In Nytec, we focus on design, engineering, integrated solutions. We focus on IoT, wearable, mobile computing, and also microtechnologies. And we focus on this end-to-end design process. Sometimes you see a beautiful sketch, you don't know how is it to end up to a final product. It's pretty fascinating. It looks pretty easy, just sketch something up, and in the end, voila. It's not true. Oftentimes, you go through a design process involving with design engineering, hardware, software, and a lot of details will get involved, and then before we go into manufacturing. And here in Nytec, we actually have disciplines in the space every day working together, hand in hand. So my nightmare will never happen again. So 3 big buckets of service that we offer. First one, which is I love design. We love beautiful designs. This is what we live and also how we breathe and we eat with design. This year, we actually got a Red Dot Award for this headphone. This is a really cool concept that I was really proud with my team, be able to come up with a design like this. And this phone is the headphone, and it also become the speaker within a twist. And everything was designing together from the inside out. It became a really quick switch and turn, become the headphone, and also a speaker. And of course, in the end of the day, we will need to put a nice packaging together from the inside out. Engineering is one of our core expertise in-house. So every day I go to work, I was able to just walk down to the hall, be able to talk to my colleagues in the chamber to say, hey, what's new on the audio or the antenna performance. That will inform me and also the team to make sure we do a better job in the designing and make sure when we design, we actually optimize for the performance. Designing from the inside out, that's the key in the design process. Not to mention that we have manufacturing support, which come to the really fascinating part of my job is I get to fly to China, work with the factory, be able to sit on site to help myself, the team, and also the clients to make the right decisions along the process. Last thing I want to share is one of the tools that we use every day at work. This is what we call sketch and fold. This process allows us to use just simple as paper to cut out something really quick in 1-to-1 scale, even in your hand or on your head, something really quick and be able to check. And you never know, this dummy little looking kindergarten-ish paper folded will actually end up in the Batman's cave. That's my presentation. Thank you so much.
Questions?
Oh yeah, questions. Do you guys do any hardwares? Anybody? Product design, industrial design? Yes? Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, so basically the problem we see every day is the integration between hardware and software. So maybe hardware is actually, or the industrial design is something that you guys are not very familiar with. But in the end of the day, it's a presentation for the software. When we design hardware, we think about the software. What's the final showcase? People come to us, they can just come in with a software, and we design a platform to showcase their creativity and also the user experience.
You guys looked into the VR space? Because I know you had the sketch and fold, but have you seen that VR?
Yeah, VR is definitely one of the trend that we are looking very closely.
To design in like tilt racks or something?
Yeah, we actually have headphone in the office. Actually, we build a lot of prototypes around the VR space. Yeah.
The industry as a whole moving towards integrated design teams like the ones at your company.
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of companies taking in-house, taking the design engineering, go back to the in-house team. But sooner or later, they realize that they still probably need help to support when they go to manufacturing. It's a really big investment to be able to manage the design engineering and also the manufacturing management. So the help is actually, there's a necessary that is needed.
One more question?
How do you facilitate the conversation between design and engineering, and how do you determine who wins?
We just battle. Before we play ping pong, and guess who wins actually take whose idea. Not really. I think what's really important is actually the designer need to think about like engineers. Vice versa, engineers think about like in designers. So we have this really interesting flow and constant battle together. In the end, they will tell me, James, I know that's what you want, right? You can get it, but here's what we think. So I like that. I don't want people to tell me no, but we want to hear, what if we do this? What if we try that? So it's always a healthy tension, and we always find a happy balance in between design, engineering, cost, and schedule.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.